And nevertheless, we have another beautiful inspiration, young speaker who will come and share some words of wisdom with us. None other than our martial arts black belt, Captain Pilot Ali Javed Sahib.
Jazakallah khair, Jazakallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers, sisters, and elders.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. That was a very beautiful talk by my dear brother Tayyib Bhai, and links very closely to what I was planning to talk about today, actually, which is, again, what we mentioned last week about the time of year being a religious festival for Christians. We've got another date approaching next week, which is the end of the year for the Gregorian calendar, which is the calendar that we use in this country and most countries around the world. So what is the Gregorian calendar? What are the months of the Gregorian calendar? Anyone want to shout them? Yeah? January, February, March, etc. And what is the calendar that we use in Islam? The lunar calendar. We go by the moon. Yeah, so we can call it the moon or the lunar calendar. One thing which popped just earlier is, does anyone know the months in Islam? What were the lunar months? So we said it was Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awal, and maybe I'll have to teach you guys the nursery rhyme at some point. Maybe not today.
Go on, say it, just in case I'm familiar with the one that you're going to...
Do you know it?
Maybe, go on, start.
It's how I learned it. So
maybe we'll all join in, go on.
Yeah, you ready? Bismillah.
Yeah.
Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awal, Rabiul Thani. These are the months in Islam. Jumad al-Ula, Jumad al-Ukhra, Rajab and Sha'ban. Ramadan and Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah and Dhul Hijjah. These are the months in Islam.
MashaAllah, Takbir! Takbir!
Jazakallah, MashaAllah,
MashaAllah.
I hope everyone has know their months now, because it's very important. But as we were coming up to our topic for this evening, it's the end of the year. And normally at the end of the year, or the start of the new year, 2026, which is coming up, most people start thinking about something called New Year's resolutions. These are things that we do, we commit. It could be a personal gain or career goal or something like this to go forward and work towards during the new year. And then I thought, is this something that we do in Islam? What do you guys think? Is it something that we do in Islam all the time? Not necessarily New Year's resolution, but every day we make resolutions on ourselves that we become better. Mashallah. We try and break a habit. As our brother Tayyib just mentioned, that month of Rajab is about planting that seed and getting ready by laying a habit or increasing another habit. Yeah. So a quick history about the Gregorian calendar, just because it's good to know where these things came from. A lot of it came from ancient Rome. This was more than 2,000 years ago, but over time it kind of streamlined, and it was under Pope Gregory in the 16th century kind of reorganized these months, January, February up till December. And there's a little quite interesting fact about the name of these months, because they've come from somewhere. For example, March, the month of March, the third month, the name, astaghfirullah, is named after the Roman god of war, March. So you can see if we use these things, we have to know where they come from. So we're not saying something like March is the best. Maybe you're born in March, fine, no problem. But who is that named after? We've got July. July is named after Julius Caesar. Everyone's heard that name if you've done history in this country before. August after Emperor Augustus. So, this is good to know the background of the months and what you are saying when it happens. But now coming to New Year's resolution, having done a little bit of research, Islam actually, it allows it. Not necessarily as, okay, it's New Year, new me sort of thing, but more as you should always be looking to progress and improve yourself. But if a time and an opportunity comes up, you should make an intention, because the intention is the most important. But the important thing is here that it has to be a positive resolution, a positive goal with a sincere meaning, intention, correct? That's where the line is drawn, when it has to be insincere and positive. When it becomes a problem is when you do the wrong intentions. Nowadays, people say, "Oh, I didn't party enough this year. I'm going to do a bit more partying," or "I didn't, have too much fun." Or if you say you're going to do something positive for a negative reason, "I'm going to get really fit this year." Why? So I can impress people? so I can lift the biggest weights and look the strongest? No, because you're becoming healthier so you can fulfill all aspects of your life in a healthy manner. To look after the health that Allah has given you, the trust, your body, your imanat. I think imanat is the correct word, isn't it? And there's a hadith, and it says, it all starts with the intention, yeah? So a hadith that says, if someone intends to do a good deed, but he doesn't do it, because something happens, it gets in his way, Allah hasn't put it in his path, it is still recorded as a good deed complete. And some say it's on many, many times more reward. And the same thing is, if you intend to do a bad deed, but you don't do that bad deed, Allah then gives you a complete deed because you refrain from that bad deed. This is from hadith, not quoted to the nearest meaning. I can't quote it from there. So any day can be a fresh start, not just January the 1st. And there's some in the Gregorian calendar that, we call it, if anyone here has a career or has a business, they know about the hammering you get from HMRC at the end of the financial year. Dates are important that you follow them. Rajab, Shaban, Ramadan, you follow them as much as you can. Same with the Gregorian calendar. Our life revolves around this Gregorian calendar. We go to our school runs in it, our holidays, our careers, all run on this calendar. So we have to follow the times. Yeah? Like I mentioned about HMRC following at the end of the financial year. What is the end of the financial year for Muslims? It is the time when you pay your zakah, isn't it? I think that's a nice way to put it. HMRC are chasing you, but zakah is an obligation. You have to pay it. If you don't pay it, only Allah knows. But if you don't pay HMRC, knock on the door every day. They're not going to like you at all. And it's important that we complete all of our steps. There's one good notation here from the Quran in Surah Al-Hashr. I'll read it in English. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It says, O believers, be mindful of Allah and let every soul look to what deeds it has set forth for tomorrow. And fear Allah, for certainly Allah is all aware of what you do. So this is telling you, look for tomorrow and prepare for the deeds you're going to do tomorrow. Rajab, Shaban, Ramadan, you look forward to doing good deeds. You plan, essentially. Don't plan too far, because Allah is the best of plans, but you have to plan. That's what it says here. Look forward to what deeds it has sent forth to you for tomorrow. And it says in the second part of this, and do not be like those who forget Allah. So He made them forget themselves. This is important. It means if you do a bad deed, and you do it again and again, like Brother Tahir mentioned, I think it was last week, about the black dot appearing on the heart. You get used to it and it becomes normal and you forget yourselves. You forget Allah completely. And it says, it is they who are truly rebellious. So it's important to take reflection from the Quran. So reflection is very, very important. And we have to look at ourselves, look at the people around us, look at our calendar in the future. And reflection happens on one thing, planning is the separate thing. Reflection is important. It's very important that we reflect about what has happened. For example, we're talking about the last year because we're talking about the end of 2025. But you can think, what have I done since last Ramadan? Or what haven't I done since last Ramadan? Think about other people as well, not just yourself. So for example, 2025, millions of people in the UK have been struggling from hunger while we waste food every day. That's our reflection on what can we do better. We can try and save food more. We can give food away. We can be more careful. We've got 1,600 people have died from homelessness in the UK. So we have to be thankful we have a roof over our head, minimum. And worldwide, we're not even going to look at the statistics because they are horrible. Too many people have died from hunger, conflict, etc. So we have to reflect not just on what we've done, but what happened around the world and how we are so gifted and helpful by Allah. So it's good to look at this, look at what we reflect and look what we can do in the future. So a few small things that we can do. There was one video which I shared on one of our group chats a few weeks ago. It's about a videographer who was asking people, what do you wish for? And then obviously he was asking little kids. So he asked the little kids, I think in the West, in America, UK, somewhere. They said, I wish for millions and millions of dollars. I want a fast car, Lamborghini. I want to be rich, and etc. Then he went to the poor people and the children in Gaza. And what were they saying? They weren't asking for money. They were asking, I want bread. I want to see my brother who has died. I want to see my father. So these are what we ask and reflect for and what we intend are two different things. So it's good to think about what is happening around the world. So a few simple things we can do. These don't cost any money, don't cost too much of our time. Number one, we can reflect and intend that we will control our anger. We speak kindly to everyone, not just our brothers, our family members, our neighbors, non-Muslims all around us. Those are the people we need to do. An important one is to pray on time. Sometimes we forget. That's a simple one we should do. Sometimes we're late. We're busy with work or running around here. Or my friends are waiting on Call of Duty or something. So you're gone off time. So praying on time, good intention to have. Being more patient, giving more in charity. Essentially not more amounts, but making it regular. There's a saying by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said that Allah loves those who do small things that benefit people continuously, who do it a lot. So even the smallest things, if you do it a lot, then it is positive. And I mentioned the other one about becoming fitter. So if anyone wants to become fit for 2026, get your gym memberships now. They're on sale. Like I said, with good intentions. Now, not to impress people, not to be summer body ready. I know we're all going to be summer body ready, but we'll see what happens. But intention is there that you want to perfect yourself and make yourself better so you can pray better, pray longer, do more things to help other people, etc. I remember I say this at the end of nearly everything I talk about, is that we are ambassadors of Islam. People around us will see the deen through our character, how we treat other people, how we treat them, what we do. This is the best form of dawah. Nowadays, they said it in the Jummah today, that people always, there's a stereotype about Muslims in this country, other countries, they're this, they're that. But sometimes they say, yeah, my neighbour's Muslim, he's good, he always helps me move the bins, or he always helps me move the car, or sweep this, or do that, or give me some food on Ramadan, etc. So these are small things that we can do to improve the stereotype of Muslims in all around the world. And the last thing I just want to touch is to the young people here. I've also come from school, I studied in this country. Most of us go to maybe non-Islamic schools, you never know. But so you will be asked, what are your New Year's resolutions? What did you do? So yes, the school, if you go through the system here, they'll take you through one set of curriculum and they'll take you through another set. And to get you to the intended purposes, be a good worker, be a good career man. But the teaching has to be done at home. So for the parents out here, when they say, what do you want to do? What are your New Year's resolutions? The kids aren't going to be, I want to be good at this career. I want to be an engineer by the end of the month. But no, they say that I want to be a better person. I want to be beneficial to others. These are the words of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Be beneficial to others. So this comes from the home. So when the year changes, yes, it's 2026 to the Gregorian calendar, but in Islamic year as well, we're approaching Ramadan. We make our intentions now, renew our intention, fight the desires within us. Be kind, be patient, and be a good ambassador of Islam. Before I finish, if you've got just 2 minutes more, inshallah, I want to recite one snippet of poetry for you. I hope you guys will understand it. I can't say it in its true language of Urdu because I don't want to do an injustice to the language, so I'm going to say it in English. And I don't think a lot of people maybe won't understand my Urdu, so I will start here. It's by a very wise gentleman by the name of Allama Iqbal. It goes here. There are worlds beyond the stars yet to be discovered. There are still more tests of love to be endured. These expanses do not belong only to this life. Here there are hundreds of other caravans too. Do not be satisfied with the world of colour and scent. There are other gardens, there are other nests. If one abode is lost, why lament? There are other stations for sigh and longing too. You are a falcon, soaring is your task. Before you are yet other skies to conquer. Do not remain entangled in this web of day and night, for you have other times and other spaces as well. It's quite deep, you have to really read it and think about what is said. But this reminds us in a few words, don't settle, don't settle down. Keep striving, keep trying to improve yourself, keep soaring high like a falcon and keep growing. This is very important. So may Allah grant us sincerity in our intentions, in our actions, give ease for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, mercy for the oppressed. May Allah guide our children to be the best people of good character and best ambassadors of Islam wherever they go. Inshallah. Jazakallah Shaykh.
Jazakallah. MashaAllah. As always, Captain Ali Javed Sahib.